Hi and welcome to hamstring flexibility flow. So hamstrings are the muscles at the back of our thighs. Often they get tight if we sit a lot, do a lot of driving, and sometimes not only they get tight, but also they weak. Okay, so we need to look at our routines. You may need to do some strengthening exercises as well as stretching as well. So for this class, you may need 2 blocks or something like 2 thick books. If you don't have the blocks, you can replace them. And a yoga strap or a belt or something nice and long that you could place around your foot. If you're already quite flexible, just want to deepen your hamstring stretches, you may be okay without them, okay? And before we start, let's take a quick look of where your hamstring flexibility is at the moment. Okay, so let's come onto your backs. You're going to extend one leg straight onto the mat, shoulders down, and extend the other leg towards the sky, okay, without twisting or lifting anything in your hips, okay? Hips nice and square. So maybe you're here today, that's totally fine, good place to start. Maybe you have some tightness in your hamstring, so that's where we're gonna work on. Okay, if you're already perpendicular to the floor, you already quite a decent hamstring flexibility, and anything beyond that obviously is going to be, you can call yourself a very flexible person. Okay, so you can test one leg, okay, then other leg, and this is more about your active flexibility. Okay, this test. If you want to take a passive flexibility test, you might want to ask other person to lift your leg and see how far you can go, how big of the range of motion you have in your hamstrings. Okay, so that's just a general, quick little test for your hamstrings. Okay. So let's begin in our tabletop. You can do that test after the class if you wish. And place your hands under your shoulders. Let's begin a few cat-cows just to bring some heat and movement into your body. Rounding as you inhale, exhale, arch. And let's do 3 more. You can really move here intuitively, maybe doing some circles. Okay, 1 more. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Keep your hands down, tuck your toes. Let's lift your hips in downward facing dog. Let's pedal through your feet, left and right. It's also really good stretch for your calves. Okay, let's deeply bend the right knee and send the left heel down. Take 1 more deep stretch. Deep breath, I should say. And switch. Hold. Beautiful. Okay, let's come back downward facing dog. And from here, we're going to walk your feet, bend your knees if you need to, towards the hands. Bring your feet hip width apart or maybe even wider. And maybe even here you want to use your blocks for support. Okay, you can use a chair or something like that. I'll show you without. I'm gonna bend the knees, sit low, exhale, lift. And again. So if you're using the blocks, it's gonna look like this. Keeping the back nice and long. And 5 more. Bending and straightening. 3. Doesn't matter how deep you can go. 2. And last one. From here, we're gonna pause in your forward fold, or you can take a ragdoll, grab opposite elbows, swing side to side. Couple more breaths. Maybe bringing more weight into your toes, then back into your heels. Chest to thighs. Lower belly in. And when you're ready, we're gonna slowly unroll to standing. Vertebrae by vertebrae. Beautiful. From here, let's come to the top of the mat. You can bring hands on the hips for this one. I'm gonna arch the spine and take a halfway lift, okay? You can place your hands here, but I would prefer here open the chest. On an exhale, bend the knees and fold. And again, slowly unroll to standing. Okay, let's do one more time. Inhale, exhale, fold. Hinge forward, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. This time take a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, plant your hands down, and let's step the left foot back for lunge. So here you may want to use your blocks around your front foot, either this setting or this setting. Inhale, gonna arching the spine in your lunge. On an exhale, straighten the both legs and flex the foot. Okay, let's do 4 more. And straighten. Okay, without the blocks. And straighten. And 2 more. And straighten. Last one. And straighten. Let's rebend the knee, come into the lunge. And I'm going to pivot the left foot to the side for warrior 2, just for 1 breath here. Sit low into that right knee. Exhale, rise up. From here, let's pivot both feet facing forward in for a wide leg forward fold. From here, we're going to arch the spine. Exhale, fold. Hinging from the hips. Maybe bringing hands on the ground, relaxing your head, your neck. Let's take 5 more deep breaths. And 4. More weight into your toes. And 2 more breaths. Let's take an inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And let's walk it forward one more time into your lunge. This time place the back knee down, and again you can use the blocks for this one for support, or just have them handy anyway. Okay, untuck your toes, and we're gonna shift back for half split. So make sure your back knee is under your left hip. And from here, what we're going to do, we're gonna take a half split with a cat-cow. So we're gonna inhale, arch the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. And again, inhale, arch. And round. 1, 2 more. And round. And last one. And round. And on the last go, you're gonna arch. Keep that arch position and hold. Deep breathing into your diaphragm. So breath is, I would say, is the most important factor in your flexibility alongside your technique. Okay, let's hold here for a couple more breaths. And rebend the knee. Let's step it forward. I'm gonna inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Let's do other side. Right leg steps back into the lunge position and take your blocks to the side. Inhale, exhale, straighten. Flex the foot. Inhale, lower and straighten. Let's do 3 more. Okay, and last one. Okay, from here, let's move into warrior 2 position. So left knee is bent and right foot is 90 degrees to the side. Okay, so sit lower into the left hip. Maybe you're already feeling the opening in the inner thighs. And straighten. From here, pivot the both feet forward. So the same on the other side. On an inhale, let's arch the spine. On an exhale, fold the straight back. You can experiment where you want to place your hands, maybe around the shins, ankles, maybe forwards, or maybe even back here behind you, okay? So choose your variation. It's really all about the hamstrings. Releasing the tension, using your breath. Let's take 2 more deep breaths. Let's take an inhale, halfway lift, hands on the ground, and let's walk it forward, back into the lunge. Place the back knee down and shift back. Okay, so right knee is stacked over right hip is stacked over right knee and left leg is straight in front of you. Okay, so try not to bend the knee, okay? Straighten the knee, pull up on that kneecap, your quads are engaged. You should see your quad like popping up, yeah? Let's take a cat-cows with a half split. Okay, gonna arch the spine. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Okay, 3 more. And 2. And last one. And round. Inhale, arch and hold. Okay, so maybe you can adjust your feet. Maybe you can go deeper. Maybe you can go onto the blocks. And just hold here. Okay, the other thing to note is you want your hips square. Okay, so hip bones are facing towards the front. Okay, we're not open hip situation. Okay, hips are square. Okay, 2 more breaths. Beautiful. On an exhale, maybe folding deeper. And come up and we bend the knee. Let's step it forward. Take a halfway lift, flat back. Maybe hands on the hips. Exhale, bend the knees and fold. Maybe grabbing behind the ankles this time or behind the knees. Okay, from here I want to a little bit bend the knees. Keep chest to thighs connection and then straighten. Maybe this time a little bit more. Okay, and again. And straighten. Last time, inhale. And straighten. Okay, it doesn't matter how deep you can go. and release it down. Okay, this time widen your feet, heel toe to the side, and we're going to sink low just for one breath into your Malasana. Sway side to side. From here, we're gonna come on our backs for passive hamstring stretch with a strap. So grab your strap or something like it and extend the right foot towards the sky. From here, we're gonna place the strap around the ball of the foot and see, note the position where you feel the nice stretch, and we're just gonna hold here. Make sure you're not tensing up like this. You want to feel as relaxed as possible, so maybe bringing shoulders down, even if it means you holding on your strap really low. If you can, lengthen the left leg as well. Deep breathing. Nice and slow. Making sure that knee is straight as it can be. Okay, maybe pulling up on that kneecap. Okay, your quads is engaged. Really opening those hamstrings. Let's take 3 more breaths. And we're going to release the strap. See where your leg is in space at the moment and try not to lower it down. Okay, use the strength. So what we want in our flexibility, we want as little discrepancy between our passive flexibility and active flexibility. So maybe at the beginning you can hold your passive here and your active is going to be here. Yeah, so we're gonna work towards your active as well. From here, we're going to take a 10 pulses. Hands can stay on the ground. And 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, rebend the knee a little bit. Let's take another passive hamstring stretch. Okay, so it's important to strengthen that end range as well. And I promise you, it makes a huge difference in a way that you can retain that flexibility rather than starting in the same position where you did last time. Okay, from here we're gonna open the leg to the side. So place your left hand onto your left hip and circle that leg to the side. Maybe gazing over left shoulder. Try not to allow for the left hip to lift. If you need to bend the right knee, it's okay. Two more breaths. Okay, and use the inner thigh strength to come back. Take the strap in your other hand. Okay, your right hand is free. And this time we're gonna bring that leg towards the other side, but without coming onto the left hip. Okay, so right toes still towards the sky. So this is kind of a very small movement. Maybe you feel intense stretch in your glute or your IT band. So just hold here, right shoulder is down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly bring it back. Very good. We're gonna rebend the knee, place it down, and let's move it to other side. Okay, and notice how the hamstring feels already. Okay, maybe feels completely different than to this leg now. Okay, so just noticing always helps to have awareness and what's happening in our bodies. Okay, so we're gonna start here, strap around the foot and lengthen right leg down onto the mat as well. Okay, knee is pulled up, kneecap is pulled up, quads engaged, and shoulders down, relaxed. Let's stay in your passive hamstring stretch, maybe perhaps 8 more breaths. Slow, deep breaths. Using your diaphragm. Okay, so try to avoid the shallow breathing, which is always often just come from our chest. So using your full diaphragm. Okay, a couple more breaths. Okay, and from here, release the strap. Okay, maybe pointing your toes. You're really engaging that leg. Okay, everything is nice, long, lean lines. Hands on the ground, and let's take 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, redo the strap. And let's pause here for 3 more breaths. And you can do these kind of sets a few times, 2 or 3 times if you want. So passive and then active, passive and active, especially if you're more experienced. Okay, let's take the strap into the left hand, right hand like a T, or onto the hip, right hip to prevent it lifting. And bring the leg to the side. Gazing over right shoulder. If you can, keep that knee straight. Last breath. Okay, use your strength to come back. Strap into the other hand. And let's take it to other side, across. Left hand to the side. And again, my right toes is not to the side, they up. We're not trying to do spinal twist, it's opener of our legs, leg muscles. IT bend. And coming back. From here, we bend that knee. Take both knees in towards the chest. Well done, everyone. And let's rock to seat. And we're gonna take seated forward fold. So sitting nice and tall, sitting bones grounded. If you find it's really difficult for you to sit tall and have the pelvis forward, and you feel like you're rolling back, sit on a block, yoga block, or something else to elevate your sitting bones. Okay, so from here, I can already hinge forward much easier. Okay, so whatever you choose. Let's begin pointing your toes. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale, fold. As if you're trying to reach something forward. Okay, chest is not rolling down, it's going forward. 5 more. And 4. 3. 2. And 1. Hold here, grabbing your ankles, the shins, wherever you can reach. Maybe fingertips on the mat, pulling the chest forward. experimenting, flexing and pointing the feet. Let's take 4 to 5 breaths here. And using a strap is totally a good option as well. And inhale to walk your hands back. We're going to do the same into your straddle. So open the legs. So here we're not only stretching hamstrings but also inner thighs as well. So your feet and your knees are up, so spiral them up towards the sky. Okay, so we're not falling in, up. Inhale, the same thing. And hinge forward. Inhale. And forward. Okay, don't worry if you're really up high, maybe just hinging here. That's beautiful. Eventually you're gonna go lower. Sitting on a block as well is a really good option. And 3. And 2. And last one, pause here and just plant your hands down. And again, chest is forward. Maybe you can bring your elbows down. Okay, don't forget about your feet. Feet are up, knees up. Beautiful. And last deep breath. Exhale slowly. Let's walk your hands back. Bring the feet together. For the last stretch, we're going to take a Janu Shirshasana or single leg forward fold. So our right leg bent, foot in towards the thigh, reach up. Exhale, fold. Okay, find your sweet spot. That nice edge where you feel nice stretch and discomfort, okay, but nothing is too painful. In fact, no pain at all. Relaxing your head. And we're thinking chest to thighs, nose, your forehead towards your feet, towards your shins. Last deep breath. And rise up. Walk your hands back. Let's move on to other side. Right leg straight. Left foot in towards the thigh. And again, your kneecap is pulled up, quads engaged. That really helps to release the opposite muscles, which are hamstrings. Okay, reach up with a straight spine as much as possible and fold. Okay, maybe grabbing the ankle, the shin, the strap. Wherever your starting point is, that's where we have to be today. Okay, for some people, hamstrings are really a tough area to release, and it could take a really long time. And for some people, it will take just few sessions. Okay, so there's no need to compare. For example, for me, my hamstrings are still quite tight. But that's okay. That's why we practice. And we're not comparing. Last deep breath. And walk your hands back. Okay, from here we're gonna come sit in the front in a nice seated position. Let's reach your hands towards the sky. Take a big breath in. Exhale, hands to your heart. Release the breath. Thank you so much for following along. You can do this class a few times a week if the hamstrings are the area that you're working on and you're really sick of being tight. Okay, so thank you so much and I'll see you next time.